Hello and welcome to Injury Report. My name is Travis Burke, back on our road to scratch, and today we are talking about injuries. In today's coverage, we're going to go over where we left off to start this golf off-season, how we got the injuries that we did, and what we can do to prevent those injuries in the future. This all when we come back. Now, I ended last season in a pretty good place mentally. I had just shot my first round in the 80s, I had focused a lot on improving my course management skill, and I also developed a consistent mental swing routine. I also focused and was able to fix my biggest swing fault at the time, which was coming over the top on my swing. I really wanted to hit the ground running this offseason and get into some serious speed training and muscle building. But alas, it was not in the cards. For me, injuries are the #1 killer of progress. My personal strategy is to be proactive about stretching and rehab to avoid injuries altogether. But in cases where injuries do happen, it's important to take a break and spend some time rehabbing to avoid a worse injury. I know it may seem like a waste of time, and we all just want to be out there playing golf all day, every day, but it can be worth it to take some time either in the morning or before a round to do some light stretching and exercise if it means you can avoid a potential future surgery. With that in mind, let's dive into some of the common golf injuries I got this season, what caused them, and what are some drills and exercises we can do to prevent these injuries in the future. Let's go live to the gym for coverage of our first injury from this golf season. Thank you, Travis. For the first half of last season, I was really working on fixing my coming over the top action. But by the end of the season, I was actually now starting to come under plane. Turns out, I was dropping my elbow down, or my arms down, and leaning back, causing me to come like 6 or so degrees more inside to out. This was also causing me to hit ground first, causing me to blade a lot of shots or adding a lot of extra loft and losing distance. Hitting ground first like that and with my body leaned back like this and trying to rotate was a lot of extra pressure on my right side and my lower back, as well as my wrists among other part of my body. So what can we do to avoid these injuries and avoid this swing fault? First and foremost, take the time to stretch and loosen up your muscles. I like doing some dynamic stretching and some foam rolling, specifically my back and hamstrings if I'm about to golf. I'll typically apply heat before I start working out to really help me loosen up. Then I'll do some dynamic stretching where I'm actively moving before I start working out. You don't want to be doing static stretching where you're just sitting and holding something for a long time before you work out, because then you're likely to tear something. Save that static stretching for after you finish your workout. After I'm done static stretching, then I'll typically ice and take some anti-inflammatories or painkillers to help bring any sort of swelling down. Now, the back is a pretty important part of the body. So if you're really feeling a lot of pain, I would recommend you go to a doctor or a physical therapist to get that looked at. Now, this information is great for rehabbing a back injury, but we also want to be proactive. So what can we do to prevent this injury from happening in the first place? To do this, we need to fix the issue with our swing and coming under plane or leaning back. To fix this, I usually do a drill with an alignment stick. So this drill will help me not only when I'm coming under plane, but also when I'm coming over plane, I can just set it up the opposite way. So to do this drill, all we need is to grab an alignment stick and then line it up behind us so that it's kind of in line with our hips in what would be our ideal swing path. Then all you do to prevent yourself from coming under plane is swing over the top of this stick, and then you'll be on plane. Like I said, we can also do this if we were coming over the top. All we need to do is move the stick a little bit in front of us, and then now we just have to swing underplane. A pro that I like that really does this really well is Tommy Fleetwood. Here you can see in this clip that he's really staying on plane and striking the ball pure. That wraps it up for us down in the gym here. Back to you, Travis. Thanks, Travis. To quickly recap today's injury report, remember to take time and stretch and loosen up your muscles before working out. Second, if you're feeling tired or sore, take a break. And third, it's always important to make sure that we're using proper technique when exercising or playing sports. Incorrect technique can lead to all sorts of injuries and development of bad habits. So it's very important to make sure that we're doing everything right. In our next injury report, we'll be covering hip and hamstring injuries and what you can do to prevent these. So be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can stay up to date on all future broadcasts. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below, as well as any other feedback on things you'd like to see in future videos. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on the course.